Imagine if you're a victim of a sexual assault. You call up our hotline, you're told to go to the emergency room, and we're going to have an advocate meet you there. The advocate and you go into the room where you're going to be examined, and now you have a nurse who has no idea how to collect specimens for the rape kit. You're completely naked, your clothes are taken as evidence, you're in a hospital gown, in a cold, sterile environment, you're traumatized by the assault that had just taken place, and now if you don't have a certified person in the room, you have someone who's actually wondering, how do I collect this specimen? So now in the back of your mind, not only are you scared, you're concerned about what's going to happen, how it's going to limit your choices to move forward if you decide to press charges against this person.
It's very re-traumatizing for the victim. A lot of the times they feel that it's their fault what has happened. So then when they come in touch with someone that isn't informed and maybe ask the questions in a leading way, it can, exaggerate that experience that they've already had. Luckily for us, these patients are considered high priority patients, and they're brought into a special room in the emergency department right away. At that point, the advocate is called and we respond to the hospital within 40 minutes of that call. Research shows that that first response to the victim, especially in the hospital, will set the tone for their healing from this and if they're going to proceed with making a report.
We started this SAFE program, so the Sexual Assault Forensic Examiner program, because we were finding that victims were going to the hospital and not having a nurse on call who was trained to do a forensic exam. Some people will call that a rape kit, if you might. And so what was happening was either the victim was having the kit done and was getting re-traumatized by somebody fumbling through it, or there's a break in the chain of evidence. And so they want to pursue a crime, but they don't have the forensic evidence to follow it up. Or alternately, the hospital would have access to a safe professional, but that person would take 6 to 8 hours to come. So then the victim would be either waiting, their panic would be building, just really exacerbating the situation, or they would leave and not pursue charges against the perpetrator.
So the SAFE program is an opportunity for hospitals to access professionals that are trained in sexual assault forensic exams. So it's going to really operate in tandem with our hotline. So our hotline has advocates that are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that can respond to the hospital when they have a victim of sexual assault.
The benefit is, number one, you need the evidence collected properly in order for it to be used forward in a police investigation. So first and foremost, that has to happen.
We're launching the SAFE program in January, and we would like this to run into perpetuity. We're training up to 20 nurses in December to participate in our on-call hotline. We hope that those nurses will stay in the program, but we anticipate conducting training every 6 months to keep this program going. This program is going to operate in the hospitals in Greenwich, Stamford, and Norwalk, and we hope to continue our partnerships with those hospitals who are very much on board with this program because they're on the front line and they're seeing the victims coming in and their inability to often treat them in the way that they would like to treat the victims.
I am so grateful to Fairfield Community Impact Grant for giving us the opportunity to roll this program out to the community at large.
We're hoping not only will it save many lives, but it would help people to access services more, and we'll see more people really getting the help and the assistance that they need to really face this issue head on.
We need to make sure that those victims are getting services that are unparalleled. So that means providing that support in the emergency room, providing that support to victims when they're going through the court process, and making sure that when they come out of this horrible, horrible ordeal that they went through, that at least their feelings are validated and we know that we're providing all the support that we possibly can.